The Middle East is deteriorating, and the United States is experiencing stagnant economic growth that could hit $0 in under a week. This is influenced by the rising cost of gasoline, which could impact the economy significantly. Jerome Powell predicts that the Federal Reserve will hold off on cutting rates until negative consequences for many individuals are experienced. The direct Iran-Iraq conflict may spike oil prices, causing gas prices to rise. Mortgage rates are still high, suggesting that the economy is not improving as much as headlines suggest. Inflation has increased half a point, and interest rates are expected to fall 4 to 6 times this year. The U.S. crude oil price fell below $1 as traders downgraded Iran's position at risk. The Bank of America speaks through, and Brent could potentially reach $1 in U.S. crude oil. If Iranian crude suppliers are hindered by up to 1 million barrels per day, inflation, interest rates, joblessness, and oil gas prices are all affected. Oil affects everything, including fuel, and carrying goods back and forth. The U.S. consumer is heavily in debt, and a freight recession is ongoing. When the amount of freight being carried around is down, oil prices can cause air travel, energy costs, plastics, and freight to rise. Joe Biden opened the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to take excess oil out to help pricing. The economy is not as wonderful as it was before the crisis, and the Federal Reserve will need to be more cautious about cutting rates until negative consequences are experienced. The United States oil extraction industry requires about $1 per barrel to make a profit, with the oil sands in North Dakota and Alberta needing around $1. Inflation is causing concern for the oil market, with some suggesting that the Middle East could help calm the market. Gas prices in the U.S. are currently at a peak of $5 per barrel, which could lead to a national average of $5 for ordinary gas. This could affect Uber's business as well, as people may have to reduce their travel schedules to one date per week. The freight recession is becoming deeper, with JP, a top freight company, experiencing a severe drop in stock value following unsatisfactory earnings. Profits dropped by $1 million compared to the preceding year, and income reduced by $1 billion. Poor trucking volume and weak demands contribute to JP searches, which are struggled, reflecting bigger problems in the freight market. The government reports that the economy is stable, but consumers are not buying, leading to a dearth of demand for freight services. Freight prices are at historic lows, affecting the income of truck drivers. The freight recession is indicating that there is not demand to transport items across the United States, as consumers are more tapped out. Transportation as an industry is also facing challenges, with some clients selling their trucks due to not getting loads. The only way vehicles make money is when they are moving, and the recession is causing many to question their ability to continue working. In conclusion, it is crucial to understand the ambition of your opponent and never minimize their ambition. Russia, for example, aims to be a superpower and respect others, while China aims to be the strongest superpower in the world. Iran, on the other hand, is driven by selling their power and history to the world, while China is driven by selling Buddhism. Inflation is causing a significant financial burden for Americans, with households needing to pay an additional a month compared to a year ago. Households, particularly low-income earners, face financial pressures due to rising rents, gasoline costs, and food prices. Inflation has led to a significant increase in food prices, contributing to a 9% growth from the previous year and a remarkable 9% growth since January. The stock market has been up, but the long-term effects on humans have been disastrous. Producer Price Index, PPI producers, such as Nike, are paying more for the materials and components used in producing products like sneakers. As producer prices continue to rise, it is essential to monitor the situation and adapt to the changing dynamics of the global economy. Many Americans are seeking second jobs and side hustles to reduce their budget and save money in an economy that is biting them hard. Inflation rates are not just harming the American middle class, as they have recovered quite well compared to other countries. Some of the countries with the greatest inflation at this point include Zimbabwe, China, and China. The total inflation rate for the last 3 years is harming the American middle class, and it is not as low as it should be. The cumulative effect over years is pretty horrible, as poor people are now spending thousands a year before taxes worse off than they were years ago. Middle America is getting destroyed in America today due to poor policies that can't move the amount with inflation. Unemployment numbers are different, as they don't calculate people who don't want to go back into the workforce. Instead, they calculate it as three distinct individuals having a job, not three distinct persons having a job. People are desperately needing to work multiple jobs to make ends meet today. The Iran-Iraq war is causing gas prices to rise, and if it goes to 5 or 6 again, it will affect Middle America. If it hits the number over the following few months, it will affect the global supply and the U.S.'s own production. The price of a gallon of gas will hit $1 in less than a week, which is strange. Middle America brace for the impact of rising gas prices, as rising gas prices are around the corner for them. The economy is a significant factor in people's expenditures, with housing, transportation, and food and drinks being the major 3 expenses. However, many Americans are struggling with their personal finances and are focusing on their home rather than the white home. Inflation is currently at a slightly higher rate, but it is not moving. Many people are discussing the impact of inflation on their businesses, such as transportation and mortgages. Middle America is experiencing the effects of the current economic climate, with many people experiencing hard times. The Middle East is also experiencing uncertainty, with oil prices going back up, with premiums in California, Texas, Florida, and New York experiencing higher prices. People are moving to these states due to the growth they see in these areas, as well as the potential for increased taxes. The moral of the story is that if the situation continues, America will be very upset in the coming months. If this continues news, it may be difficult for those holding office to make better judgments about their lives. The economy is experiencing a shift, with many people feeling the impact of the current situation. In conclusion, the economy is facing challenges, with inflation and interest rates affecting many individuals. It is crucial for individuals to focus on their personal finances and make better decisions about their financial situation. Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Also, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to us. See you in the next video.